in order to let other people who are not that lucky like you to take a look on that later on. So the recording has started. Let me introduce myself. My name is Andrew Dmitriev, and I'm one of the guys who organized the event, the Heisenbug here in St. Petersburg. And we run quite many conferences about software technologies. We also have Sophia online. Sonia, could you please wave your hand? This is Sophia. We might also have the program coordinator of this conference, Tanya, but I don't see her online. Tanya, are you with us? Not yet, probably. Anyway, we can cover all the necessary questions and the aspects of the this presentation by our own. So let's get started. What we're gonna do tonight? I will spend about 20 minutes to cover all the necessary, all the major aspects of staying in Russia and the Heisenbug conference. We'll cover what to do before the conference, what's gonna happen on the conference itself, some tips and tricks, some piece of advices about what to do and what to prepare for, and a couple of things about the after conference things. I see that Tatiana, she didn't get the link. Let me check how to invite people. Sonia, can I ask you to invite Tanya to the presentation, because I've sent that to a couple of chats, but probably
yes,
Tanya,
I do it. Okay, 1 minute.
So much. Returning back to the presentation, and at the very end of this webinar, we'll spend some time for your questions, and probably we will have answers for you. So let's move to pre-conference activities. The conference itself started quite many months ago when we initially booked the venue for the conference, and now we are on the straight way to the conference physically. And a couple of things I would ask you to do. First of all, please update your personal information about your presentation, about your ways of travel, about your, I don't know, some details about your presentation, etc. And we expect you to upload the PDF format or some PPT presentation into the speaker's info collector, because 2 days before the conference we will take it and put into the draft version of the website in order to switch it on to by the end of the second day of the conference. So because quite many people, they ask us, oh, please send me the link to the presentation I have seen on the conference. That's quite important for all our attendees. And please don't ignore our program committee. They become unhappy if you don't respond to them, and they usually want some final version of the slides, some things to polish your slides. So please check your Slack chat regularly, which is the main channel of communication for this conference. And if you hesitate of how to organize your slides, we have special memo for speakers. So this is a direct link to the memo. Please take a look. This is how the conference venue looks like. It's a Radisson hotel. You'll be live there. So and the conference will take place there as well. So you literally don't need to change your clothes to put some warm clothes to get to the venue, and that's quite convenient for speakers and organizers to live there. This is a couple of things about logistics. St. Petersburg is the second largest city in Russia, and we have only one airport, and it's about 30 minutes by car, by taxi from the city center. And we have one main railway station, which in the center of in the very center of the city. I could tell a couple of things about ordering a taxi. I don't recommend you to catch a taxi at the airport unless you are 100% sure that you order it from a trusted I don't know, service. We recommend you to call some online taxi services like Uber or GetTaxi. If you still hesitate or you want some assistance from our side, please don't hesitate to ask Sonia. Actually, it's a typo here, not Lisa, Sonia, because she's in full response for bringing you from your local, from your city to St. Petersburg to get into the countries. We also prepared some SIM cards for you, so you can grab them and use and feel like local Russian with the internet plan on your cell phone. And we already, sorry, we already booked some rooms for you at the same venue as I already said. Okay. The day before the conference, we usually have the first social activity for our speakers and for our program committees. On 16th of May, we will start at noon from the hotel lobby, and I encourage you to come 5-10 minutes before to get familiar with each other, and don't forget to take some warm clothes just for rainy case, because the weather here is not that predictable as we would like to. So it's for your convenience. And we're gonna return back to hotel, to the venue by 6 p.m. Sure, no exceptions. You will have about 30 minutes gap till the sound check begins. What sound check means? The technical crew of our conference organizers team will be waiting for you in the rooms and ready for helping you to plug in your laptops to check the sound, check some specific hardware you would like to have, like, I don't know, you have your favorite clicker, or you want to play some music, something like that, and you want to make the presentation as smooth as possible. So our technical crew will wait for you there for since 6:30 till 7:30. So grab your laptop with the presentation, and we will help you to test your hardware, to test your setup. So after the sound check, we usually have another social activity for our speakers. It's a speakers dinner. We are still trying to select the best option in terms of restaurants, but it's 100% guaranteed that we're gonna have a speakers dinner at 8 somewhere nearby the venue. We have a couple of places we like, but we usually like to experiment as well. But so in a couple of weeks, we will send you the update about that with the exact place where we're going to have a speakers dinner on 16th of May. So book your calendars, please. Don't forget about it. Now we have a draft version of the schedule on the website. So I may ask you to take a look on the website and say any preferences if you have about your, I don't know, limitations, about restrictions, about the schedule. For example, if you have some customers meeting on the second day, we can try to put you on the first day, because the earlier we get all the restrictions from your side, the earlier we can finish the schedule up. You might find some strange signs, some strange characters on the schedule, which usually means like we treat it like complexity, but not complexity in its original meaning. The complexity here means a level of it's a mixture of a complexity of the talk, of the content, and speaker's ability to describe the topic in a simple manner. For example, even hard content could be delivered in easy way. So we put a note like this, complexity, to all your talks. So if you have some concerns or some ideas about what to put against your slide, against your presentation, please speak up. Uh, Now, I would like to highlight the another very important feature of the conference. We call it the discussion zone. After all the every speaker after the talk will be guided to a special area equipped with a flip chart on the left side hand, uh, with the flomix and some chairs around there, so people can step by and ask any question they would like to ask you. It could be a question about the talk, it could be a question about the career, it could be a question about your projects, it could be a question about some insights, about some ideas about the future of software testing, etc. Speakers, they really like this activity because they can communicate a lot with our community. And I can say that our community is really keen to details. So please be active, be ready to communicate. And one of the important things, please sleep well before the conference in order to get all the benefits from the conference and have fun. Definitely. Switching to the next slide. If you have any questions, some ideas to share, some bright ideas to share, you always can reach Tanya. She's the main coordinator for this conference. If you have some things, some questions about to travel, Sophia, she's online with us, and she will assist you with any means you want. And if you want to reach me as a program coordinator, please feel free to write me something, to drop me a message. By the way, in 2 weeks, we will invite all of you to a special speakers chat for this conference, which is a very convenient way to communicate, to fastly communicate across the speakers team in order to find a plug for, I don't know, for a laptop, electric charger for a laptop, find a clicker, find, I don't know, a hoodie, I don't know, some assistance. Usually we use it to organize speakers to go to a speakers dinner, to a venue, to have some drink, etc. So please join the chat. After the first day of the conference, we will invite all the attendees of the conference to a special party, and you are already also invited there. It's going to be lots of communication, lots of fun, some music, some evening activities, etc. And you're going to be one of the main characters on that activities, because some of you are already invited to special both zones, both sessions in the evening. Some of you will be chatting with other people, so it's going to be very interactive, and lots of fun are expected. On the second day of the conference, in the evening, after the last talk, after the last keynote, we're going to have the after party, not for everyone, but for speakers, for program committee, and for organizers. It's kind of the final social activity on the conference, and you are already also invited to be a part of that. We will talk about your experience on the conference, your talks, about some concerns, etc., and and discuss some plans for the next conferences in Russia. So looking forward to see you there. It's time to talk about departing from St. Petersburg. I already told about some logistics of St. Petersburg, and if you want some assistance from our side to, for example, to help us to find the best place to spend a couple of hours in the city center, or to arrange a taxi, you can ask any of our crew team, or Sophia. She'll help you to arrange a taxi. We'll show you how to better get to, I don't know, to a museum, or to find the best place to take a dinner, etc., etc., etc. So you can expect all the assistance from our side. After the conference, we will poll all the participants of your talks to share their experience, to share their feedback, and statistically, 80% of our attendees, they will share their feedback. So you can expect very rich feedback, and that's usually considered to be a very, very useful tool for you as speakers to improve your skills, to improve your content for the next conferences, for next year talks. And we actually also expect you to share your personal experiences as speakers and get into Heisenbug, because we want the Heisenbug to be the very, very good and excellent conference in Russia. And we will send you the feedbacks from our attendees in 2 weeks, and they will also share the link to the video of your talk, as well as the photos. So please don't ignore the photographers who will wandering around the venue. They will catch you. They will take some photos. They will ask you to stay in some interesting pose, etc. Don't ignore that possibility. Those photos will be very, very, very of good quality. This is it, and I welcome you to Heisenbug in St. Petersburg, and I look forward to see you here in person soon. And I expect this Heisenbug is to be very, very strong and very interesting conference for Russia. So that's time for you to ask some questions if you still have. Hey. You should unmute your microphone in order to speak up. Tanya, hello, welcome to the conference. So I don't hear any questions. Oh, hello. So that might probably means that everything was quite clear. So it's time to finish up. Still, if you have some questions or you have some ideas, you can reach us by any means. And thanks again for attending. I'll send a link to this video as well as to the slides shortly in a couple of hours, because I have some other meeting nowadays. And thank you for coming, and see you in person in a month in St. Petersburg. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Yeah, bye-bye.